topic in Unit 1 of Compiler Design, Input Buffering Techniques. So in input buffering technique, we have totally 6 phases in compiler: lexical analysis, syntax analysis, semantic analysis, intermediate code generation, code optimization, and code generation. So in first phase of a compiler, that is lexical analysis, it will take a source program as an input, and it will give you the token specific separation as an output. The token, as you all know, it is each and every individual unit in a program is called as token, like identifiers, variables, constants, operator, everything combinedly together call it as a token. So we'll be giving a source program as an input. So with the help of input buffering techniques, we are going to identify a token in a program. So technically, we will be calling it as a lexeme. So special buffering techniques have been introduced to scan our input character here. So the technique here in this technique, we will be having two buffers. Each and every buffer will be storing our characters. The size of a buffer will be n size, but each buffer it may be 4000 bytes, etc. But the size of each buffer will be same. So special character will be placed at the end of each buffer, that is EOF. So EO is nothing but end of file. So this will be marks the end of your source file. So I've mentioned the two pointers. The two pointers are lexeme begin and forward. So this two pointer, this lexeme begin, is initially set to the character at the first level, and the next pointer, this forward pointer, this pointer is forwarding this advance, and it will be placed in the immediately next to the lexeme begin. So this pointer will be test whether we have reached the end of one of the buffer. If we reach the end of the buffer, we have to reload the other buffer from the input. Then we have to move to the next newly loaded buffer. So we can see the example here, as well as the algorithm. So here E is equal to MC square. I have taken a single statement in a program. E is equal to MC square. This E is equal to MC square. They have given in a two separate buffers. So E is equal to M asterisk in one buffer, and C double asterisk power, in the means asterisk is nothing but exponential. So MC square power 2. This EOF is nothing but end of file. So we have two pointers, lexeme begin and forward. So forward will always move ahead with the lexeme begin. So this is an algorithm for this input buffering technique. This forward at the end of first half, then begin reload second half. In the sense, whenever it reaches the EOF end of file, we have to reload the next buffer. That is the meaning of this one. If at the end of the second half, we have to reload the first buffer. So alternatively, the first buffer and second buffer will be reloaded, and it will be doing the process of scanning the character one by one. Same thing, we have sentinels also. So sentinels is like, it is also an input buffering technique. Here it is a special character, but it is not a part of a source program. So the difference between the first input buffering technique and this sentinel will be so we have two buffer. So in that two buffer, each and every buffer will have a EOF character, so that it will be easy for us to identify whenever EOF comes, the buffer gets ends, we have to move to the next buffer. So you can see it in this slide. I have shown an example of E is equal to MC square. In before one, we have seen only one EOF, which is at the end of a statement. So here in each and every buffer, you can see in first buffer as well as in second buffer, you can see the EOF file. So whenever this EOF file occurs, you can easily reload the next buffer. You can move to scanning the next buffer character. So that is a use of this sentinels. So this is keep it in mind. This is not a source of a source program. This is just to identify sure you have reached the end of a buffer. That's it. Okay. So you can see the algorithm also. Forward is equal to forward plus one always, because the forward pointer should be ahead of the exiting inhibitor. So whenever this forward pointer comes to EOF, that is forward is equal to end of file, you have to, it means that you have reached the end of the buffer. So you have to reload the first half of your buffer. Sorry, you have to reload the second half. Again, it will be moving a point by point. Again, whenever it again reaches the end of file, it has to reload the second half. So in this way, you have to reload alternate buffer, and you have to go with the scanning process. So this is the use of input buffering techniques, and this with this input buffering technique, you can identify a token easily, which is the output of first phase of a compiler lexical analysis. Thank you.